Hi, and welcome to another episode of The Week That Was. I'm Alex Ronsley, and the Kings on the ice right now, taking part in an optional skate Monday afternoon following a fantastic weekend that saw them pick up a couple of victories over the Victoria Grizzlies. We'll have highlights from both those contests a little bit later on in the show. We'll also talk to a couple of players who had fantastic weekends as well, namely Jonah Imoo and Matt Scarth. Also on the show, it's going to be jam-packed as Cohen Adair will talk to him about his commitment to Northern Michigan for next season in the NCAA. But first, as we always do, the highlights. And it started right here at the HAP on Saturday night against the Victoria Grizzlies, a Jekyll and Hyde team that the Kings had a little trouble with this season. Not the case on this night. To the point, little backhand flick. Yahtzee, the shot, tipped in front, scores! Teal Burns the one to get the tip in front as John Yahtzee's shot all the way along the ice found the stick of Teal Burns skating across the low slot. Already 8 shots on goal for the Kings. It's 8-1 in that department. The Kings will come back once again with Villeneuve scores! That's a bad one from Taylor Pears as Villeneuve gets a shot from outside the face-off circle on that far side half wall. Williams, high slot, plays it to Banton right in front of the Grizzlies bench, then back to Williams, the one-time shot, scores! Chris Williams from the point. McDonald was around it. I don't think he got a tip on it. I'm pretty sure it came off Pez's glove and trickled over the line. 2-on-2 as he's got Cohen Adair with him. Schmidt joins the rush as the linesman taken down there. Schmidt in the middle. Loose puck right on the goal line. Trying to bat it home. Whistle. Got it in. They score! The whistle blew. The Kings were batting away at it right on the goal line. Steven Schmidt should be the one to get credit for this. Play will continue as the Kings inside the line knock loose. Richardson on a backhand drop pass. The shot scores! Grizzlies might be unlucky not to get a whistle there as I thought there was a touch. But it won't matter much for the Kings. As in a 6-on-5 situation, Tegan Wah gets a nice pass. A drop pass from Evan Richardson. Burns cycling with him, trying to walk off that wall. Didn't have much to go for as Burns gets his own rebound off a block shot. Billow, a centering feed in front. McDonald scores! McDonald on the pass across from Teal Burns. Pots home the Kings' 6th goal of the game. It's McDonald's 7th of the year, I believe. Far side corner, Tegan Wah spins off a check. He's got Cam Lawson over him. Still behind the net. For Scarth, out in front for Dalrymple into the slot. Loose puck, spinning, firing, scores! Pez came out to challenge Dalrymple. Was down on his stomach. Dalrymple lost the puck. It fell nicely to Tegan Wah, who just poked it home from the high slot. And that's partially blocked by Billow. Sends it into the corner as Cochran played it back for Jared Leung. To the point, Paddock looking for his first as a King. Gets a shot, scores! Brandon Tidy might take credit for this one. As Jordan Paddock with the wrist shot, Brandon Tidy saying, hey, I tipped it. Around the boards it goes. Miles Powell chipping it back to the point. And lost there by Colgale. And here come the Kings. 3-on-1. Burns, drop pass. Scarth, the shot, scores! Smart heads up play. Kings on a 3-on-1 rush into the attacking zone. Teal Burns calmly, drop pass back to Matthew Scarth. Off the far side post and in. Thought about a shot, played it back down low to Miles Powell. He's got support still at the point. DeYoung on a one-time shot, scores. Tipped in front, Grizzlies are on the board. It's a power play goal. Mark McClellan, I think, the one to tip it in front. Kings setting up once again in the offensive zone as Richardson spinning off the check there of Cam Lawson. Dish in front for Wah. Back over to Scarth, scores! Pretty passing play between this line. Richardson to Wah. Little shimmy over to Matt Scarth. It's his 2nd of the game, 2nd of the period, 15th of the season. The Kings have hit double digits. It is now 10-1. Behind the net, Paddock and Smith have been out there for a while. Paddock's been very active, does well to hold the line, kicks it over to Evan Richardson. Then back down low for Matt Scarth, has 2 tonight. Cross ice over for Scarth, the shot, scores! Send in the hats! Hat-trick goal, Matthew Scarth. Near side half wall, pushed up against the boards. Cochran trying to steer that back into the corner. Now Leung, get a shot, scores! Jared Leung takes it from a crowd along the near side half wall. Dances just between the hash marks and the face-off dot to the left of Taylor Pears. From Alex Holland, now Richardson, still on the puck. Scarth going to the front of the net, back to the point. Benton, his shot saved by Pears. Kick to the outside, Richardson, centering feed for McDonald, the shot scores! Lucky 13 for the Kings.
Hat-tricks for both Matthew Scarth and Brendan McDonald, a pair of goals for Tegan Wah, and then solos for Brendan Tidy, JP Villeneuve, Jared Leung, Stephen Schmidt, and Teal Burns. Mark McClellan was the lone Grizzlies scorer on Saturday night. Now the win for the Kings, the 13-goal output, is the highest in at least 8 years for Powell River. It also took top spot in the BCHL this season for the largest win, overtaking the Langley win over the Victoria side, which was a 13-2 result. Jonah Imoo had a very quiet night in the Kings net, stopping 7 shots en route to his 4th victory of the season. Now the next afternoon, the two teams would go back at it once again for a 1:30 Sunday afternoon matinee. The Kings knew that this second leg of the doubleheader wouldn't be quite so easy.
Just rung all the way around the boards, and now Richardson has it one-on-one in the attacking zone up against Kevin Smith. Trying to step around him, forced to the outside. And Richardson pushed into the corner. Loose puck in front for Scarth. Scores! Matthew Scarth scores short-handed. Picks up right where he left off last night. Grizzlies playing basically at half speed right now as De Jong off that half wall to the point. Billows, wrist shot. Trying to get there, and here comes Cohen Adair on a breakaway. Short-handed breakaway. Cohen Adair trying to dangle backhand. Scores! Cohen Adair poked it loose at the blue line. Skated towards Nicholas Taylor. Roofed it on his backhand. The Kings' leading scorer adds his 28th of the season. Short-handed. Kings lead 2-0. Scarth, 1 goal already this afternoon for this weekend. As a pass through the middle, missed about 6 players. Wire eventually comes over and grabs it. Cross-ice pass, pinching down. Darryl the shot. Scores! Number 20 on the season for the Kings' towering blue liner. Heads-up play from Tegan Wah. He found Craig Dalrymple pinching down from the blue line. Dalrymple kept until the face-off dot and then blasted home one of his patented and trademarked slap shots. It's Craig Dalrymple's 20th of the season, and it's the first goal of the second period. Kings lead 3-0. Richardson gets an assist as well, so his great weekend continues. 2 points already here this afternoon as the Kings will start up once again. 12 seconds left in the frame. Villeneuve into the high slot. The shot scores! Back-to-back goals. JP Villeneuve dancing into the slot. As well as we'll begin to get set for the big game against the Vernon Vipers. There's a loose puck right in front. Scarth scores! Oh, the hot hand continues for Matt Scarth as he takes it off the face-off. A loose puck sat in front, backhanded at home. It is Scarth's 2nd of the game, 5th of the weekend, 18th of the season. Stick around for our post-game show here on 95.7 Sun FM. Jeff Grimble will talk about this afternoon's game as well as what's to come for next weekend as the Kings meet the Vernon Vipers. Tegan Wah, shot, scores! Taylor screened in front, Wah's shot from the near side half wall. Beat him clean, I think. Tegan Wah is taking credit for that. It's going to be his 18th of the season.
The game was much closer than on Saturday night. A 6-0 result for the Kings. Matthew Scarth with a pair of goals. Cohen Adair on a short-handed breakaway. And then solos to Craig Dalrymple, JP Villeneuve, and Tegan Wah sealed the victory for the Kings. 2 straight over the Victoria Grizzlies at the Hap this weekend. Jonah Imoo picked up his 5th win in a Power of the Net and his first Junior A shutout with a 13-save performance. Following the game on Sunday afternoon, I had a chance to catch up with a couple of heroes from the weekend, namely 5-goal star Matthew Scarth and Jonah Imoo.
Felt really good. Had my legs back. Good week of practice. Just working with Rich and Tegan there, just kind of clicked this weekend.
Well, let's elaborate on that. Going back all the way to the start of the season, you and Tegan and Evan Richardson started the year together with a good line, and you scored 2 goals in your first game with the Kings, and then back at it again this weekend. They're 2 pretty good players that you're playing with.
Oh, no, for sure. They're both great players, vets of the league, both with lots of experience, both in playoffs and whatnot. They're very easy to play with. Rich, he can move that puck so easily. And Teague's just that speed is impossible not to play good with.
Did anything change for you this week in practice to try and break the little bit of a slump that you've been in, or was it just hard work that you got rewarded for?
I guess shooting more, just working on it. I haven't been pulling the trigger when I should be, so it's just focusing on that, shooting more, and just kind of bearing down in front of the net.
You lead all rookies on the Kings in terms of scoring with your goals here this weekend. That solidified that. How are you feeling in terms of how you're developing as a player at the junior A level, making that step up?
Feel good. You know, you learn things throughout the year that get you to where you want to be, and I'm feeling getting closer to where I want to be. I still got a lot of work to do, but you know, it's feeling good.
Jonah, congratulations on the back-to-back wins for you. Of course, your first BCHL shutout as well. Just talk about your progression, making that jump to junior and how you're feeling in terms of comfort.
Getting some games in here has been pretty good for just kind of gaining my confidence. But yeah, getting, I guess, 5 wins now. It's pretty good.
It is pretty good. I mean, 5-0, a fantastic record since coming into the team. With regards to the shutout, was it something you'd had in the back of your mind? A lot of your games had been just 1-goal games, low scoring. Had it been in the back of your mind?
Once in a while it does kind of pop in my mind, but I try not to think about it because it'll mess with you. But yeah, a few times I've thought about it, but then I try to stay focused and just stop the puck.
And your job's pretty easy right now with the defense in front of you, blocking a lot of shots and clearing a lot of pucks.
Yeah, they've been great so far, especially last night. They the whole game pretty much was in their end, and they played great.
Now, the other fantastic bit of news for the Kings in the last couple of weeks has been Cohen Adair's commitment to Northern Michigan in the NCAA next season. Had a chance to catch up with the Kings' 20-year-old last week to ask him about how the commitment came about. Cohen, congratulations securing your NCAA future with a trip to Northern Michigan next year. Just talk about how the decision came about.
I heard a lot about the coaching staff. I mean, I talked to the Providence coaches. They spoke really highly of him. Kent likes him a lot, and I talked to him a lot on the phone. My parents talked to him, and we'd like him a lot. And that was one of the main reasons. Heard a lot of good things about the program, and the town looks amazing too, right on Lake Michigan. So,
in terms of the hockey team, what are you expecting there going into your first year?
I'm not expecting to play a ton. The coach did say he wants me to step in and be a good forward to start. I'm not expecting to like I said, not expecting to play a ton being a freshman, but I'm just going to work hard and see where that takes me.
And naturally, Cohen Adair celebrated in style with a short-handed breakaway goal on Sunday afternoon for his 28th of the season. Congratulations, Cohen, on the commitment as well. Now, the 2 wins over the weekend did have various impacts on the 2 standings that we keep tabs on. The Canadian Junior Hockey League national rankings, the Kings fell out of the top 20 with the 2 wins on the weekend. They are an honourable mention, but as I said, do sit outside the top 20. However, the good news is for the Kings is that they bumped up from 3rd to 2nd place in the Coastal Conference, a point behind the Surrey Eagles, but a few points up on the Cowichan Valley Capitals. There are still some games in hand, both ways to be decided, that will impact the Kings and their final standings position. Now, next weekend is huge right here at the Hap as the Kings hosting the Vernon Vipers. It is going to be a retro night here at the Hap Parker Arena as the Kings pay tribute to their alumni and celebrate their history. It is going to be a fabulous night. First Insurance, the game night sponsor, going to be bringing a ton of entertainment as well. You do not want to miss this one, but if you have to, you can of course catch the live play-by-play beginning 15 minutes prior to puck drop. That's 7:15 p.m. with Andy Welsh and myself live on 95.7 Sun FM. We'll tune in next week as we'll have highlights from that game against the Vernon Vipers next week on the show, as well as all the news and interviews from the King of Kingdom during the last set of 7. From practice here at the Hap Parker Arena, I'm Alex Ronsley.